Maori, the STSISP community engagement has been working on South Tarawa for more than 2 years, targeting more than 50 communities in respect for water and sanitation or hygienic practices. The STSISP used different tools on community engagement, participation, learning, and action in 6 months for every 20 to 25 communities. Visiting Unumane for every community at a courtesy meeting is the main importance to build up a good network with the general community. Community Mobilizers presented the project overview to introduce the STSISP and the 6-monthly community engagement plan. Once the community engaged and fully appreciates the STSISP objectives, the Transact Walk was the first tool to identify community issues in terms of sanitation and hygiene, such as open defecation, pig pens, and water pollution. Once the community identified their issues, they come up with their community action plan, prioritizing 3 main issues: Cleanliness Inspection, Fixed Hand Wash Station, and Children's Health Club. The United Nations General Assembly designated 19 November as World Toilet Day, urging changes in both behavior and policy on issues ranging from enhancing water management to ending open-air defecation. This aligned with the STSISP community engagement activity focus. Hence, as a part of the STSISP community engagement, managed the event held in Vaidhi Square, Tarawa. There was an effort to raise the awareness of the STSISP project and the supporting donors. The organization was directed by a committee chaired by the Ministry of Public Works and Utilities and included representatives from the Beso Town Council, the Inainano Urban Council (OTUC), Ministry of Health, and SMEC. Pre-event activities included STSISP song competition to write and perform a song with lyrics and music, incorporating STSISP and World Toilet Day in the lyrics. The competition was advertised throughout South Tarawa, and the event was held during the weekend prior to World Toilet Day. The competition was held in a communal venue, and a winner and runner-up were selected by judges, including the Ministry of Public Works and Utilities. Banners. 3 banners were designed, authorized and produced locally. They had the ADB, DFAT, and Government of Kiribati logo, and were displayed prominently in Peso, Paidig, and Bikinibil, locations coinciding with the location of rehabilitation of the sewer system. Radio announcements. Radio announcements aired during the week prior to World Toilet Day. Maria and a group of youth from the Kawan Paidig community staged an innovative radio spot with role play. This was presented to the Ministry of Public Works Utilities Secretary prior to airing. During the event, posters were prominently placed, showing the donors' logos. The STSISP, SMEC community mobilizers, and other staff adopted a uniform for the event. There was an outside broadcast on air during both the event, and the ministers from the Ministry of Public Works and Utilities and Australian High Commissioner's speech were aired live. In addition, Diarinak Tanielu of Australian High Commission, or DFAT, was interviewed by the local radio and answered questions in Kiribati about the STSISP, the donors, and the way donors contribute to the health improvement of Kiribati. The interview was aired following the event. Greg Longmans from SMEC answered STSISP related questions in English, and this was aired following the event as a current affairs section. The local newspaper took photos and wrote an article appearing in later editions. The World Toilet Day on the 19th of November program included Guest of Honor, Honorable Waisang Kamki, Bikers Rides in Kiribati, eradicating road accidents. Ride from Bikinibil to Paidik with flags, raising the awareness of STSISP project and World Toilet Day along the journey. The event was opened with a traditional shell plowing performed by a community member involved in the community engagement activities. Speech by Honorable Waisang Kamki aired on the radio. Remembrance ceremony of the recent victims of the rotavirus outbreak. STSISP by SMEC Project Manager. Health statistics of recent rotavirus by Ministry of Health and SMEC Community Mobilizer. 2 speeches by community groups, one from Gawan Paidik community from TUC side, and one from EXO community from PTC area, who are active in the STSISP engagement program. The speeches addressed the lessons learned and benefits, and including the donors for the support in the program, aired on the radio. Hand washing demonstration by the Red Cross promotional unit. The winners and the runner-up of the STSISP song competition performed the winning song with additional encore. The Australian High Commissioner George Fraser presented a speech in English with Diarinak Daniel translating into Kiribati, aired on the radio. Puppet show. Local scoop presentation to Minister, honored guest and audience related to the work the community mobilizers had carried out in their community. Announced the launch of communal toilet competition on South Tarawa. Acknowledgement of the donors. Lunch. Following the event, thank you letters were sent to the participants including photos of the event, and in addition, mounted photos were presented to the two guest speakers. The posters used in the promotion was reproduced and presented to the donors at Christmas. One to DFAT or USAID on the one to the Secretary of Ministry of Finance and Economic Development, one to the Minister or Secretary of Ministry of Public Works and Utilities, and one to ADB in Suva, Fiji. The STSISP song has been recorded and will be used as appropriate during community engagement activities.